Bill Jordan here. I'm at 201-790-3368. I do candid video interviews. If you're a painter, sculptor, or candlestick maker, this is where you need to be. People buy from people they know. The best way for them to know you is with my candid video interview. It hits them on the soul level. And once that gets there, they are SOLD. They open up to you like a family member. They treat you with respect, love, and they want to support you. They take you wherever they go. That's the way it is, man. You know, to tell you what, how much time do you think you really got, right? Time, right? Now, as a visual communicator, as a visual storyteller, as a visual magician, you ever think about how much time you really want? I mean, think of the power of storytelling, of casting a spell, because that's what some of the great works do. They cast a spell. You know, there's this one lady, I saw her work today. I mean, it was like fantastic. It was called Solitude. It's called Solitude, and she was at the beach. It was like a beach scene, and it was solitude. You could tell, man, you could get lost in there. Isn't it amazing people today can get lost in paintings? Isn't that dangerous? Are you responsible for that? Yeah. Are you responsible if someone gets lost in a painting? Right? Some people say that, you know, people look at their work. Some artists have told me that when people look at their work, they start to cry. Wow, right? What an emotional impact. So you're saying, I'm good at the way I got it, right? If you're good like that, then, you know, why don't you call me up, 201-790-3368, and make me cry. Make me cry with joy, the fact that you called and you want to take care of some business. You know, sometimes the way I speak, you may not like, it may be offensive, it may be too colorful, it may be too urban, it may be too swig swag, it may be too rap, whatever it is, I don't know. But that's the way I roll, man. I try to mix it up, you know, because speaking like, well, you know, it's quite proper, but it gets boring. Not saying those people are boring, but we want to have a little, you know, I like a little humor in it, you know, a little something to talk about. So, you know, why don't you do that? Why don't you give me a call? And why don't you think about the time you have? Because with the candid video interview, you can extend time. You can create more time. You see, you create more time because, as you know, see, maybe you forgot, but the planet is moving at a faster rate now. You know, so time as we know it is different. Things that maybe that took, you know, 10 years now, maybe they're like down to 5 or less because of technology and because of time. The time inside our head, that internal clock, is shifted because the internal clock is tied into the movement of the sun, you know, the planet itself, how the planet moves around, how the solar system moves, how the galaxy moves. Everything is moving. It's not a stationary thing. You know, and this is basic fundamental stuff. So if you, as an artist though, if you start putting down marks and shapes and colors and patterns, you know, what is that saying? Like, for example, if you do a lot of portraits, what is that really saying in terms of not of you, but in terms of, you know, the environment? I mean, if you make a portrait, is that like some type of energy claim? You know, I mean, the conservation of energy says that matter cannot be created nor destroyed, just rearrange. So the portrait is a rearrangement of energy, patterning itself after, you know, in a similar way to another type of energy. Interesting, right? If you follow my drift. So what is that? You know, you paint a scene. Why not paint a scene, right, with you in it, and then put the date on the scene, right? Could be 1908. It could be, you know, 2508. Yeah. Imagine that, right? 2508. And you do the painting, 2508. That's the title of the painting. You know, what type of energy will you be attracting? Maybe you should test it out with with 1908 first, right? And see how you feel about that. The type of mindset you get into. See, that's the power you have. And knowing that's how you power you have, why aren't you using it? And one of your powers is your visual storytelling. Of your visual storytelling is your oral storytelling. They go hand in hand. It's part of the human condition because the human condition requires, speech, requires hearing, requires sight. We've lost the ability to communicate internally from one person to another. So we've got these crutches, and these crutches are, speaking, hearing, seeing. These are the tools, equipment of the human being. That before we became human beings, we were light beings. Too deep? Well, I don't care. Just what it is, man. So think about that in terms of like why you do what you do and what you can do with what you do. Right? What you can do is a lot. It's more than just doing portraits for the sake of portraits. That's the whole thing. You just lose sight of why you're doing what you're doing. All right? I got to go, guys. Peace out.